Go ahead and lie on your backs, or if you need to, you can sit. And place one or both hands on that area just above your pubic bone, definitely below your belly button. Just feeling the breath there. Imagining the golden ball. Breathing in through the top of your head, into the golden ball, letting it fill, letting your lower abdomen be soft and expansive. Breathing out through the top of your head. And see if there's any sensation of that golden ball and the breath filling into the back of yourself, to the sacrum and the low back. You don't need to effort, just see if you can have a sensation of filling. And of course, if you don't have that sensation, no worries, you can imagine it or just let it go. And if you're lying, go ahead and bend your knees up. And you can let your hands rest. And just begin with this attention, with this sort of center of gravity down here, to just very lightly pick one foot up and set it down. And feel the support from your pelvis and your spine. Notice how you're breathing. And that there's kind of a movement towards the golden ball as you lift your knee. And then you set it back down, making sure to fully set it and place it. And then a couple times, if you're not already, lift your knee while you inhale and set it down while you exhale. Good. And then switch that. Lift your knee while you exhale. And set it down while you inhale. And when you've done that a couple times, then just pause and rest. You can either let your legs down long or keep them bent, whatever's most comfortable for you. Just feeling your contact, giving your weight to the floor or your bed or the chair. Lightly letting the awareness of your breath stay in your background. And if you straightened your legs, go ahead and bend them back up, please. And then interlace your fingers and place them behind the back of your head. Now, if you have any limitations in your shoulders, if this is uncomfortable, just find a way to modify it. You could maybe touch your ears or just rest your hands in some other way. And then bring your elbows towards the ceiling and just very, very lightly lift your head and lower it. Really listening, making sure your neck is safe. Just lifting your head and lowering it. And again, if you have any pain, discomfort, or fear of pain, if your thinking is telling you, oh, I can't do this, I'll hurt later, then don't. So just imagine it. Always doing less, You might go through all the motions and almost lift your head and not actually lift it up. Good. And then just pause and rest for a moment, either with your hands back there or not. Again, really listening to your neck and shoulders. Breathing into the golden ball. And this time, lift with the exhale and lower with the inhale. And then you might take a full breath and rest. And then lift again with the exhale. And feel your upper chest. As you lift, can you really soften those ribs to bring your head down, sort of in the direction of your knees? Good. And then again, just pause. And then this time, you're going to lift your head and point your nose towards your right knee while, if you're able to, lifting your right knee towards your nose. So you're lifting your head and pointing your nose and elbows towards your right knee. And coming back down all the time, keeping that golden ball in your background. Lifting and lowering to the rhythm of the breath, softening the chest. And then just do a few to the left knee. Don't overdo it. Always rest whenever you need to. If one repetition is all that you feel is right for your body, then that level of listening is a beautiful thing. And when you've done a few, just take a full rest. Let your arms down. If it's comfortable, let your legs down. Listen into your body. Make sure all the movements that you're doing are okay with your physical sensations. Now put your right hand, well, never mind. Put your hands behind your head and neck again. And bend your knees up. And this time, as you lift your head towards your right knee in the rhythm with your breath, each time you lift, point your nose to a different part of your knee or your leg. So you might point it to the kneecap one time. The next time you might point it to the outside of the knee or the inside of the knee. So just find some different places. And as you do this, feel how you're lifting your knee and your head, but your back is pressing down to support that lifting. So really let your back have a good solid contact to support that lifting. Setting down each time. And remembering the lifting's usually easier if you bring your elbows together. Yeah, nice. Just a few times, and then you can pause. And then a few times lifting the head, pointing your nose to different parts of your left knee as you bring your knee up. Just a few of those and then rest. Let your arms down. Bring yourself into your breathing. And place one hand on that place in your lower abdomen that's so alive. So much going on there. And place your other hand on your upper chest. Just feel what happens with the inhalation and the exhalation. Where is there movement? Where isn't there movement? And for a couple of breaths, let yourself inhale and expand the belly, and see if you can keep a sense of expansion in your lower belly with an exhalation. And if you find that difficult, sometimes sort of breathing out through pierced lips, like you're blowing a kiss, can kind of help create a little tension to keep the belly expanded on the exhale. And take a break from that. And then breathing in, let your chest lift with the inhale. Sometimes we do this unconsciously when we're more anxious, where we call them chest breathers. But breathe in and let that chest lift, and exhale and let it drop back down. And then see if you can try a few breaths. Breathing in, lifting the chest, and can you keep your chest lifted as you exhale? And then let that go. This time, I'm going to have you interlace your fingers, but we're going to interlace them non-habitually. So what that means is go ahead and interlace your fingers, and then just move them one finger over. And just hold that for a minute and feel what unfamiliar feels like. Right? Now go back to the way you habitually interlace and feel that. It's just like the most comfortable old slipper, right? And then just move them one finger over and just let your nervous system appreciate. And then place them behind your head if you're able. Bending your knees up. And just a few times, play with lifting your head and pointing your nose, lifting either foot. So, point it to different place on the right knee, alternate to the left knee. Just kind of be playful. How would a 7-year-old do this? They wouldn't just rotely do it the same way every time. They would play and experiment and of course in the background is your breath and your golden ball. The support of your spine each time you lift your head. Good. And again, just let yourself rest, arms down, legs relaxed. Just sensing your breath, the filling and emptying, of the golden ball in your lower abdomen. And then slowly just take your time and come back up to standing. We'll stand before we sit, but take your time, you might get a little dizzy. And then just lightly place your hand in the sacrum, the back of your hand on your low back and sacrum, front of your hand in that lower abdomen where that golden ball is, and just shifting your weight, just feeling that golden ball moving left and right, appreciating any differences from the beginning. Your right foot in front, shifting forward and back. Being mindful as you shift back not to lift your front toe, so you're not tilting backwards. You can lift the heel. Good. And then you can shift left foot forward, just feeling. And then if it's easy, you can go side to side with a little turn, just feeling yourself turn around that golden ball. Nice, good. And then just bring yourself to sitting again.